on, guys. I need to charge my phone. Chop mamas. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here, mate. Oh, there's food on the ground. Come here. Sorry, guys. I was running late. My mic. Shit. Hopefully it won't die. My mic was about to die. And I had to charge it, but I gotta make this quick because I don't know how long I could have it on there. Alright, guys, let me take out my notes real quick. Okay. Alright, I got my notes. Alright, so now we could begin. So welcome back, guys. Wait, hold on, let me adjust this. A little too high. That's bad OCD. Alright, guys, so welcome back, guys. But if you're new, then please help support my channel by like, subscribing. Also help me reach 700 subscribers, and I'm almost there pretty much. But if you like quick tips, tricks, paraskits, then this channel is right for you. And then also once a week I give a shout out to a new subscriber. But if you didn't get a shout out, it's alright, because I give shout outs for those who donate, those who give me video ideas, and then also I do shout outs for shout outs. So as you can see from the title, today I'll be talking about sex after spinal cord injury. And it is an awkward topic, but it's just something that's on our, it's just very concerning of us to know about if we could have sex after spinal cord injury. So it all depends on the damage of your spinal cord. So everybody is different, just like everybody is incomplete and incomplete. And just like some people get spasms and some people don't. So, there are some lucky ones, and then there's people who are me that are unfortunate who can't have an erection. But there are ways, and I'll be listing at the end of this video some of the things you could try. I gotta keep checking my mic because it's charging right now. That's why I was running late. Make sure it's still going. So there are some paras who could have an erection, but they won't be able to feel. Then there are some who who could have erection and has partial feelings. Most likely those are incomplete. And what I mean about those who could have an erection but can't feel is I have a para friend who I think is a complete or a complete. So anyways, he mentioned how he could have an erection but he's not able to feel it, versus my other friend who could have an erection but has some sensation. One day he will have some sensation and one day he doesn't. So it all varies. And yeah, it's a awkward topic to talk about, about having sex for spinal cord injury and things we want to try to be able to have erection. But it's no different than a female that can't have children and tries whatever they can to have children. So that's pretty much what it is for a man. We're trying different ways to see if we could satisfy the female we're with, our partner, and also we're also concerned if we could have any more kids or our first kid. But with me, I already have a kid. But anyways. So of course I want to have a kid in the future, and if I can't, then either through like adoption, or at least like pretty much dating somebody who has a kid. But I'm not trying to like move that quick where I'm in a being a kid. I want to work on just the relationship between me and that female, and then work on to the kid, because I believe that a female shouldn't like introduce the children to every guy they see. Because what if it doesn't work out and the next week they're broken up? Just like I wouldn't introduce my parents to every female that I talk to, because next week we might not talk. So I'm not trying to put it like I mentioned. I'm not trying to put in an effort. Try to play stepdaddy when things don't go right. Just like with my baby mom, which I knew for about a year. She cheated, put hands on me, kept doing drugs, meth, pregnant, keep getting locked up. Things didn't go well, and she messed up for her son. And I told her, you gotta explain to him why we're not together. If you keep cheating on me, keep doing drugs. Because my big thing, my big red flag for me personally is I do not like to date anybody that does any drugs because of the past relationship. Plus I've been sober for 3 years, 3.5 years, I think. Since I figured out my daughter was born, I got off the meth and coke and all these other stuff. Um, so, and just seeing people that I care about messed up on drugs, it really hurts me to see the people you care about messed up on drugs. But anyways, so there's the reason why I wanted to mention about this because I keep getting messages about am I able to have erection? Either from the chick I'm talking to right now, uh, you know, and it's all right. They're able to ask questions because that's a big concern. Gotta make sure this is still going. If by any chance you don't hear the volume going on, just let me know in the comments. But anyways, so there's a chick who mentioned that just put on a dick ring so I can have an erection, and I'm saying I try to tell her it's easier said than done. It's like how can you tell me what works when you don't have a dick? You know what I mean? So you can't say it works when you don't have one to even try it. And yeah, it might work for somebody, but just because it works for somebody doesn't mean it works for all. Because like I mentioned in the beginning, not every spinal cord injury is the same. Just like some paras get spasms, leg spasms, and some don't. So when it's like me, so it's like me just putting on a rubber band on my dick. It's not gonna make it hard. And what a ring, the ring penis thing is for is pretty much like keeping like the blood flow in there, so uh, you could keep an erection. But for somebody who can't have erection, it's pointless. And it's very dumb that she said that and keep being persistent about that. Even when I told her it doesn't work, like of course I tried different things, but I haven't tried that, of course. But it's like me trying to put a resistor band wrap around my leg and seeing if my leg will move, or that's how stupid it is. Just because you wrap it around doesn't mean it's gonna work. Anyways, so for those that are wondering, I'm reading my notes so I'm don't get off the topic and I make sure I mention everything I want to mention. Just like I mentioned, beginning, like some people could have an erection and also be able to reach ejaculation, while some can't. Just like some could end up walking, and then some don't. So it all depends on the injury. And there's another chick that's paralyzed that mentioned, why can't you have an erection? It doesn't make no sense, dude. I ain't blocking her. Like people like that, I just block. I don't have time for the BS. But anyways, it's like you're paralyzed, so you should know like how hard it is, and plus you're a female, so you don't know like how hard it is. You don't have a dick, so how can you tell me? You know what I mean? So it's very irritating when they say why can't you have an erection, but I'll mention in later in the video the things I've tried and then some things I haven't tried and I want to try. So, anyways, and then there are some people who mention um, there's you could just pretty much eat pussy or put on a strap on and just like pretty much stroke back and forth. I have no core balance, so it means I cannot like really move. So they pretty much gotta ride my dick. But anyways, or strap on, in my case. But also, I'm not going to eat anybody's pussy until I know like we're in a serious relationship. Because if it's just some random chick I met off of a dating app, you don't know where they've been at. A lot of people these days, guys or girls, you don't know where they've been at. So I'm not trying to, hose pussy, you know what I mean? Unless I know it's serious, like end up marrying her or whatever. But yeah, it's very irritating. But it's not the fact that like, yeah, I could do those stuff like wear a strap on or whatever, like this person said, and eat pussy, whatever. But it's the fact that I cannot feel any pleasure. That's the whole point. If I could get an erection through certain devices or whatever, yeah, that's cool. I could please a female. But the thing is, I can't feel pleasure. That's the whole point, especially being a young man. And then something I want to mention is, and this is my opinion, so do not leave any hate comments or anything. This is just my personal opinion about some things. Is I believe that it's actually harder for a para man to date than a para female. And before you leave any hate comments or unsubscribe, hear me out. The reason why is because for a man, we had to have an erection versus a female. They just have holes, you know what I mean? So all you gotta do is just lay there and get fucked, versus a guy, it's like if you don't have working dick, then you'll have like more of a chance to get cheated on. Um, and of course I've been asked many times, so that's why I feel like it's harder for a man, because it's always brought up from any chick I talk to. Are you able to get an erection, or is it you could get erection but can't feel? Are you able to ejaculate, stuff like that? So it makes me like self-conscious about, oh shoot, am I going to get cheated on? So that's why wanting to know what I can and can't do, is a big concern for me personally. I'm pretty sure for other paras or quads, so they don't get cheated on, and also because they want to please their significant other. So, yeah, like I said, that's my personal opinion. I feel like it's harder for a para man than a female, because we had to have a working dick versus they just have holes. So, whenever females like talk all sexual with me, like, oh, you're hot, this and that, like, I would ride your dick. Like, I've been told by a lot of people, I'll ride your dick and stuff like that. It's like, it makes me self-conscious. It's like, man, like, it makes me mad, like, not at them, but the fact that somebody shot me and they took my manhood. And especially at a young age, I was 21 when I was shot, and I'm 24. But anyways, uh, what was I gonna say? So whenever females talk about, I'll ride your dick, or they talk all sexual with me, it makes me think, oh man, if they're sexual with me or talking sexual, then is that all they want? So it makes me like want to like definitely figure out what I can and can't do so I don't get cheated on. And then sometimes it makes me think maybe we're meant to just be alone because people can't accept us being paralyzed. But there are some females out there, or men for some people's cases, if you're a female that's paralyzed, anyways, that will accept somebody who is paralyzed. So, most of my cases, they end up ghosting me, and it does hurt my feelings. It makes me feel ugly, honestly. But there are some, like the chick I'm talking to, she doesn't mind that I'm paralyzed, and it makes me feel good, but, when people talk all sexual, it makes me think, like, are they going to cheat on me? Like, because people have needs, so, and that's understandable, but at least be open to them and just break up first, instead of playing with people's emotions. Um, and another thing I like to mention is, even though I can't get aroused physically, I could actually get aroused mentally. And what I mean about that is, when I see ass and tits, it does like turn me on mentally, but at the same time, it feels kind of pointless, because it's like, okay, I can't like come off of it, you know what I mean? Like, I cannot ejaculate, I cannot. So it's like pointless. That's what I feel like, I feel like a robot, vampire, or rock, or whatever, something that has no uh, emotion or sexual desires, you know what I mean? So it kind of sucks, not be able to have any pleasure, like feeling any pleasure. It sucks. Um, so like, I think something that makes me feel like mentally aroused, of course, like it doesn't, I wouldn't say aroused, but like a good, like endorphins in your brain, is like when I buy stuff for like my YouTube setup, it makes me feel good, because that's the only pleasure I could feel. And then also, doing YouTube. It gives me like a good feeling, you know. Uh, but back to the to being aroused sexually, you like I honestly don't watch porn, and the reason why, and I used to when I first became paralyzed, because as everybody who first became paralyzed, we want to know. Uh, Hold on, just gotta check see my mic still on. We want to know, are we able to have an erection? When we first became paralyzed, that's our main thing, our main concern. So of course, I've looked up porn and I've tried, masturbating. It's like nothing. I don't feel nothing, and it really irritates me and makes me sad and depressed. But and when I do watch porn, it's like I feel like it's pointless. I don't feel nothing. I can't get a come off of it. If you know what I mean. Um, so that's why I don't personally watch it. But yeah, seeing acid tits, that mentally turns me on, but I can't get it, like, physically aroused. So here are some options you could do to, or what I've heard, and then also I'll be telling you some of the stuff I've tried to see if I could get an erection. So I've have so many TENS unit. I've have multiple TENS unit because of my back pain. Then also I want to see if my legs will twitch, which I made a video about, because I keep getting comments about, sir, move your legs, this and that, and then I always thought, like, okay, what if I put a TENS unit? Will it work? Because I see a lot of people on YouTube, sorry, on YouTube, in rehab, having their legs twitch and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, okay, well, can I? So anyways, so I have a TENS unit EMS. I tried both of those, and there's different attachments. Let me see. I thought I brought it. Hold on. Oh, it's all the way over there. Anyways, so you could just use a TENS pad, and then there's actually attachments you could put on, and there are these things you like strap on your dick. Like, it's an awkward topic, but people are curious about this stuff, and it's very depressing, that I can't. But anyway, so there's this thing where you could like strap on your penis, like the shaft of it, and then on the bottom like this, for $5.99. I'll show you, honestly. But anyways, so yeah, you'll just attach that, and then you just hook it on to the wires and test it out. It does not work. So I'm like, okay, that doesn't work. Maybe it's an attachment. So I bought something else. And this one you actually need to do in the shower because it's rubber, and it, for like electric current to go through, it needs to be wet. So what you do is you hook these things on right here, and then you just like put it on the shaft of your penis. Like, it's an awkward topic, but people are curious about this. But anyways, so you just put that on there while in the shower, because this needs to be wet, because I know this doesn't work when it isn't wet. And how I know that is I touch it, okay, there's no zap, so I'm like, and then I wet it zaps. So I try that, left it on for half an hour, nothing. So let me see, then that's when I use the actual TENS pad. I'm like, okay, it's probably one of these things. I use the TENS pads. I tried the TENS, I tried the EMS machine, and the TENS is for the muscle, and the EMS is for the nerves. Like, pretty much like it's like a jump start, like jump starting a car. But since I'm a complete T11 complete, maybe that's probably why it doesn't work for me, but works for some. Now, here are some other stuff you can also do. So you need like a what's it called? Oh, a strong vibrator tool that's specifically for spinal cord injuries. And I haven't tried, like, these other stuff I haven't tried. I only tried electric stimulation. But anyways, so I've heard that there's like these strong vibrator tools specifically for like spinal cord injury. At the end, when I finish this live video, I'll be leaving like two of these YouTubers channel link in the description. And this is actually where I got these ideas from, is from them. And I've watched it like years ago, and then I rewatched it, like, see, okay, am I missing something and stuff like that. Just gotta make sure my mic is still going since it was dead. So, anyways, so yeah, and I heard you just put it like on the shaft of your penis or on your nuts, whatever. Jimmy Mendoza, how's it going? So yeah, I've heard you put on the shaft of your penis or whatever, and I guess some people end up coming. I haven't tried that. I don't know if my insurance will cover that. That's something I need to talk to my doctor about to see my options. So, you know, and then another thing is Viagra. I don't know if it, hold on, my nerves. I don't know if that will work honestly, but that's something I could try. Let me see. And then of course the dick ring, but like I mentioned, it's pointless to try if you're paralyzed. But if you're incomplete or if you have partial like erection, then you could try the dick ring. But for me, where I have no sensation, it's pointless. You can't just put a dick ring on your penis and expect it to, excuse me, have an erection or come. You know, that's just stupid. Like I mentioned, it's come here, mamas. It's like come on. It's like me putting on a resistant band around my leg like a drug addict. I should know. But anyways, come on. And even though I put it on my leg, like the resistant band, it's not going to make my leg work or anything, you know. So it's just retarded. So anyways, but this last thing I think might work is actually an oh, actually I forgot two other stuff. Okay, well, another stuff after this. But anyways, so these two things I think might work, but I would try these other stuff like Viagra, blah blah. But it's called Trimix 6, and it's actually like injection. I've heard you inject in the penis, and some people are like, oh, that sounds painful. We're paralyzed, so we cannot feel. Just like I could stick like a freaking catheter like this long in my penis, and I cannot feel it. You know, a lot of people keep messaging me, oh, cringe. You know, how can you do it without like, you know, looking like you're in pain, like you have calm face. I'm like, I'm paralyzed, and it gets irritating how to keep repeating that. But yeah. And then the last thing I've heard you could try to try to get an erection is when I got out of rehab. And for those that are wondering, I was in rehab for 3 months, 2 months inpatient, and a month outpatient. Anyways, I met this guy, this older guy that's that's paralyzed in a wheelchair. I met him at the mall, I think, at a shoe store at the mall. And I like to ask people questions, and I went up to him, you know, talked to him, because it makes me feel good when I see other people like me. Right now, I haven't interacted with other disabled like me, so it makes me feel a little lonely and sad. Anyways, so he mentioned how he has like a dick pump or whatever, like you squeeze. Wheelchair Ninja. Hey, how's it going? So he mentioned how he has this thing where he's able to squeeze it and it pretty much like pumps up his dick. And he says, and I'm confused about. Oh, and for the dick pump thing, it's surgery. It's through surgery, so that's the last resort. So try all these other stuff before you go through surgery, or trying the Trimix 6. But those last two I think might work. But anyways, he says he's able to feel some sensation, but it's not the same. It's something, but it's not how we normally, you know, feel it. So I'm a little confused on what he meant about that. So, and anyway, so here's something that's like a warning pretty much. For those who are wanting to see if they could get an erection as a para or quad, always remember you are not alone. You got this. Me, a friend. I don't know you. If I follow you on Insta, Jimmy Mendoza. Jimmy. I think I know who you are. I think we spoke before, messaged before, Jimmy. That sounds familiar. Okay, anyway, sorry. So here's a warning for those who are trying to have an erection as a para or quad. Is baclofen, I heard you shouldn't be using, and the reason why I say that is there's pros and cons to it. baclofen controls spasms and getting it hard on, uh, and ejaculation is spasms, I was reading the comments. Anyways, so baclofen controls spasms and have getting your dick hard, and also ejaculation. That's also a spasm. You gotta think of it as a spasm. So when taking baclofen, it actually cancels out that spasticity in your dick. So yeah, that's something you gotta reconsider when taking baclofen. But in my case, I don't want to be in pain. I get back spasms, but I do not get leg spasms. But I do get the nerve pains. And I have questions about people who get spasms in their legs. Like, I don't know if they just get the spasm, like nerve pains when they get the spasms, or is it always nerve pains nonstop, but it acts up worse, because that's how it is with me. I have nerve pains nonstop, but it ended up getting worse. Like every 20 minutes, it just hurts bad. But anyways, that's probably another topic. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, so anyways, that's actually why I write down notes like in my actual videos, but I use my phone, but I had to use my secondary phone to read it. I just put on my email and I just write down notes I want to talk about so I don't get off topic. So that's why this live is actually shorter, 26 minutes. That's good. I do not know if everybody likes longer videos. Me personally, I hate long videos, especially if it's educational and I want to get to the point. That's why I end up making quick tips and tricks, and then also a pair of skits for you guys' entertainment. So yeah, next time I see my doctor, it's gonna be an awkward topic, but we're all grown adults. I'm 24, so young adult. But yeah, it's kind of awkward because she's a female, but it's whatever. Anyway, so I will talk to her, see like what I could try, so I go in a relationship confident versus going in and guessing and hoping for the best, pretty much, because I do not want to get cheated on because it does not work. I was cheated on when it did work, so imagine what it'll be like being paralyzed. So that's why I mention it. It feels like, in my personal opinion, it's harder for a man to date that's paralyzed versus a female, because they just have holes, versus a man, we have to have a dick that's hard. And then also, if we cannot get a female pregnant because we can't get it hard on or ejaculate, most likely they're going to cheat. I want to tell you a story, because when I was in rehab, there's a guy who's a PE coach that's in a wheelchair, and he said that he tried to get a kid through like the test tube way or something like that. Like they take out like samples of his sperm or whatever, and they try to create like a baby through the lab, or I have no clue how that works. That's very interesting. But anyways, long story short, the baby came out all deformed, ended up dying. His wife ended up cheating on him, which I could only imagine when he went through, because I was cheated on, but I wasn't paralyzed at that time. So let me see. Gotta make sure that's everything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for this live video. So let me know any other video. Some things you've tried and it works for you, but like I mentioned, not everybody's the same. It all depends on your injury and your level and stuff like that. So you shouldn't compare people and keep insisting that it will work. Put a dick ring around, you will get an erection. No, stop being rude. That's not cool. Anyways, that's it for this video. If it was entertaining, educational, don't forget to like, subscribe. As always, stay humble. Till next time.